the record button and say, yo, what up?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. We just got done with a Kirishima 2 list, and so I'm excited to do something else. Oh, hey, a Kirishima 2 list. Hey, what up?
Yeah.
All right, so we just did one of these, and so I will do my best to give you different new information, but it looks like you are going more for that 30 attack list that I was talking about before, except for I looked at the number of cards in your deck. And
a little beefy.
We're gonna have to talk about it. So, hit me with the elevator pitch. What's going on with this Kirishima 2?
All right. Well, Kirishima 2 is definitely like the character that the Earth symbol has been looking for, and makes it way better than some of the other characters. And I personally have kind of stuck to like the Earth and good symbol since like set 1. So definitely want to give him a try, and a lot of his attacks are just stupid good. So yeah. In terms of like attacks, we have our back alley haymaker, really strong. Texas match, really busted. And then we have like our chop jab that allows us to re-ready even more foundations if we check bad. And then the other ones are kind of flexible attacks, but I thought overhead reversal was kind of interesting because it allows us to bring in an extra foundation and then blow it up and re-ready it. It's also a throw. So yeah.
Okay. I feel that. I feel like, hold up. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't made a copy of this list, and that is why my thing is freaking out. Second attack. Okay, cool. All right, so now, hey, I'm back with you. Okay, that makes sense. Question for you: what is going on with this number?
Yeah, I kind of just like threw in everything that I thought seemed good and wasn't really paying attention to the number of cards.
Love that.
And definitely need to cut foundations, that's for sure. But
okay,
I think the awesome thing about Kirishima being on Earth is that Earth also plays a stupid defense and a stupid offense. So, because you have your super regen, you got base shield now, and a bunch of other cards like resistance. So, I think those are all valuable includes.
I love that.
But if we're going full foot on the pedal, then you could do that too.
I'm a fan. So for this, are you trying to like hone the deck, or are you trying to like cut down the deck?
I would say definitely cut down a good bit, but I think being able to play that good defense as well as the offense is good.
Right.
Because I think there's a lot of really defensive decks in the meta right now. So if we can't, get everything through, then we can't just lose on the backswing.
That makes sense to me. We're doing some more looking. Oh, do not report an error. Sorry, UVS Ultra. My bad. Okay, so I didn't have a ton that we get to add into the sideboard because you've literally put every card in the game into your deck.
Yeah.
All right, so first and foremost, attack-wise, I noticed the one relentless barrage over here. I noticed the naval laser beam over here. You are already on the what I think is the quote-unquote correct path with 4x back alley, 4x Texas, 4 chop, 4 jab. You're playing Frenzy, but I get it. It's a low block. I think if you want to play Frenzy at all, you just make it. Oh, I thought Reversal had overhead reversal had a low block. It's got a high block.
I think Reverse Throw does.
Reverse Throw does, and that doesn't have our symbol. I think. Man, is it just not like Earth low blocks on attacks? Is that just like not a thing that happens? Let me check.
I'm
Earth
not sure
attack.
outside of
Low block search. Leaping Right Hook, which is neat. It gets gets 2 speed for free. Ready Foundation. Howitzer Impact Cyclone is cool. If you're playing more of a Fury deck, I think I want to do that for my Fire Kirishima for sure. Howitzer Impact Cyclone deck. Merciless Rush is a good one. We like that one. Instant Shining Flash is a cool one. We like that one. Flight of the Wicked. Vicious Madness is a Astaroth card. We like those ones.
Right, you lost me.
Oh, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. So I guess Frenzy is like the best low block. Probably Merciless Rush actually is probably the best low block. But it's a 5 diff. Instant Shining Flash is really important for the meta, right? Of discarding momentum.
Yeah.
So like maybe that happens. And I think I might have put that into our sideboard here. Yeah, I certainly did.
Yep.
So there's that big maybe. Yeah,
I think Frenzy and Reversal are probably the most flexible spots in terms of attacks. I think Relentless Barrage is definitely a valuable include because in terms of foundations, I tried to, with like Revel and internship with Best Genius, that allows us to get our Sugar Rush online earlier, and if it's discarding Relentless Barrage, that feels good.
Sure, yeah. I dig that. I dig that a lot. Well, the thing is with Relentless Barrage and Sugar Rush is like we don't want to remove our Relentless Barrages.
Yeah,
so like the thing. It is the give and take, huh? So this attack lineup is literally the exact same lineup. You are playing 5 more attacks than we were in our last build, but you're playing Triple Frenzy, Double Overhead Reversal. And so I don't have much else I can say about the attack lineup from the previous one, except for the fact of like if you wanted to cut the Frenzy and the Reversal, make it 24 attacks, put in the 4 Relentless Barrages, and then maybe put in like a double Naval Laser Beam, and then cut this down. It'll be closer to that 30-esque build that we were talking about before. And then your barrages and your smashes will always combo into the stiff.
Yeah, and I mean, in this kind of build, I don't know if like really need to have even block zones because like on defense we can pretty much just like block the first one with like face shield or whatever it may be, Naval Laser Beam on a break or 2, and then just like resistance and Manly Friendship the next one, and then take half, which would be like face 1 or 2 damage.
Yeah.
So that's kind of gross.
Hey, that's pretty good. So yeah, I think attack wise, if you want to keep this a very high attack count, because we have to cut this number. This number cannot be where it is.
Yeah.
If you want to keep this high attack count, we can certainly you either keep the lineup where it is, and say I do give a fuck about low blocks, or you cut the Frenzy, you cut the Reversals, you put in double Naval Laser, you put in 4 Relentless Barrage, and send it and be fine with having actually no low blocks. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
It's totally your call, though. I think as is, I think it's fine. I think this is really, really cheeky. Tamer Cardwell does not like Overhead Reversal, so I never even think about to put it in like any of my lists. I don't think the card's very good. It's only good in Ayama, but it's like the world's worst back alley haymaker, and I don't need 8 cards to do this job, especially if 4 of them do this job poorly.
Yeah, and like the worst part of it is that it comes in committed, and we don't care because we just destroy it.
Right. So and then pop off, king. Now foundations though, you got a lot of chaff in this deck, my guy. How do you feel about being how about this face shield? Do you think it's necessary?
I mean, I think running like 1 or 2 copies would be fine considering our low block count. Yeah, that's about it, and then we can just side others if we really need it. But
that's how I feel. I think you main one, side one. I did this for an Earth Endeavor deck, who has technically less health than us because he doesn't get to partial block something for free, right? He's like constant huge DR, which like in a deck like this we can definitely still play Endeavor. That's really good.
Yeah.
I was only mainboarding 1, and I didn't own a sideboard for that deck, and it felt perfect whenever it came out. And anytime it got checked, my opponent was worried that I had another one, and anytime that it didn't get checked, my opponent didn't know that I had it in my hand. And so like it was a fun mind game to play with the singleton. My hero. I think this card's a 2 of, my guy.
Yeah. I mean, I mainly bumped up to 4 because of low blocks. And that's really it. I mean, it's a sweet card for the deck, but I mean, you don't need to see a ton of copies of it.
If we are
Just having one
worried
feels
about our
good.
low blocks, though, we can put it to 3, and I think I will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Evade copy is just gone. This card sucks.
Budget.
Goodbye. Yeah.
Or-
Plus Ultra, right?
Yeah.
67. I think theory-wise, I think that we are very, very close to having the correct numbers for 25 here, but I want to get this number lower just because, like, I want you to see attacks. You're gonna feel so powerful with all these attacks in your hand. I personally don't like Internship with Best Genus. I think this card is not very good. I think that there's just like better things to be doing with your time. Things along the lines of like just build in it can't be fixed. Even if this is the only 0 diff that we're playing, which we're not playing Tight-Lipped, which I noticed. Which is a 0/5/1 mid block, which is spectacular inside of our deck that readies 2 foundations on my opponent's turn.
Yep.
So like world's biggest maybe, but at the same time, like we're building cards face down. How much stuff do we have face up? And we want to keep our face up stuff face up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's interesting, but I think this card should actually just leave, especially with 25 here. Yeah, I think we're allowed to get rid of this.
Probably we just Rebel. It'd be fine if we want to get that
for
Sugar
sure.
Rush online.
And remember, every time that you use Kirishima, you put a card in your discard pile.
This is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely like on turn 2 it would probably be live.
If we
are slimming down the deck, I would say we could probably like cut Sugar Rush to like a 2 of.
I think 3 is the correct number. Although, if we do that, you just have to realize that everybody's going to call you a wiener and a loser. Because you're not playing 4 Sugar Rush Power Up in your 50 card deck. I'm just letting you know. That's I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. Is people are just going to call you a big old lame-o because you're not playing 4 Sugar Rush Power Up in your deck.
Yeah.
As long as you can take that mental humiliation, I think that's fine.
Yeah, we also don't want to see like more than 1 copy of it in hand, probably.
See, here's the thing. You can just build them with Kirishima. We don't care.
This is true.
We just don't care. We
Very
just
much true.
windmills their foundations in our deck. They're foundations.
Exactly.
Oh, I cannot wait to make Kirishima.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I want. I can tell you if I had Kirishima too is Under Fire. That's what I played it in Vegas. Easy peasy. I'm bringing it to Florida. If I'm going to Florida. Wink. Who knows? Who could possibly know?
I don't know.
Nothing officially announced from Tamara Cardwell. How do we feel about Manly Passion or Manly Friendship? Can I cut this card? This card kind of sucks, right? Hold on. What's our differences look like?
Yeah, probably because the block's not good. Really.
We have 16 spam, not including Manly. Not including. This card sucks. This card's gone.
Plus, we'd probably just rather have resistance.
We hate this card. We'd rather draw any other card. 61 cards with 25 attacks. I mean, we're certainly getting closer to our magic number, right? Of 30 attacks and 50 cards.
I mean, I don't know if I'd run 150 cards in
year or so.
total,
But,
I
know I get it. Just realize that everybody's gonna call you a big wiener boy, and you're not truly a big manly passionate guy. I get it.
Yeah.
No, I think this is a really cool starting point for the deck. Yeah, it's got a slightly different theme to the last one that we just did. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's a little. I mean, it's slightly more well-rounded block zone wise, but like we're making up with that because of choices that we made action wise and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and more defensive foundations. Really.
Different defensive foundations, I think. Right, because like we are not playing Forcing Surrender in the other list, I believe. I do not remember, and it's only been 14 minutes.
Yeah.
Definitely weren't playing things like Leaf Shield, right? Or Face Shield?
Yeah.
Leaf Shield. We wish we were playing Leaf Shield. That card's tight.
Learning the standards, too.
Yeah. Learning in Kirishima, too, is sweet. This card is so cool in him.
Yeah, and homage to my hero, you get to, like, triple dip on his commit.
Yeah.
You draw, they can't play something that's an attack, and then you just take half damage.
Near Kansas, it is Leaf Shield. It's not Leaf Shield. This card doesn't have Breaker 1. It doesn't hit my opponent for 3 damage. That's Leaf Shield. Leaf Shield was an attack, my guy. Killing people with Leaf Shield was demoralizing. Man, I want to make this like I want to give you more input, but I don't know. I mean, maybe we could pull no punches if like we feel like our deck's still a little too big, but that is our only deadlock. Like that's it. That's the only deadlock Earth has now. And so like the world's biggest maybe, and it also slims down our deck to try and get this a little closer to that 50 number. Even if we like a 50-50 deck, right? 25 attacks, 25 not attacks. I still think that would feel fine. That would feel good. We just want to play as many attacks in this character as possible. We just want to sling them all.
Yeah.
Is there also go ahead?
With pull no punches allows us to, clear some of our progressive and also snap momentum for pummel too.
True.
Something to consider.
A pummel or EX for Haymaker. Yeah. Makes sense. Or letting us unflip cards with Naval Laser Beam out of our sideboard. Well, man, I think this is. I mean, it's come to the end of it. It's gonna be a fairly short video, but I think that this is like a slightly better starting point. I think we ended up cutting 10 cards out of the deck. Take a lot of your 4s and making them 3s,
10 to 12,
and feeling good about it. Yeah. All
Mm-hmm.
right, man. Any last minute thoughts on what's going on Kirishima 2 wise? Anything in here that you vehemently disagree with?
Not really. I mean, I think we met our goal of slimming it down and finding good base to start from.
Hell yeah, we love base decks. All right, man. Well, thank you for the support on Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again for the ride roll in Florida. Insane.
No problem, man.
Claps in chat for Volky. I appreciate it. Let me shoot you this list, and you have a good rest of your night. Okay.
You as well.
Peace.
See ya.